Hey guys, it's me again. I'm here with my dad, Keith, my little brother, Steve, my girlfriend, Tiffany. That's all three of them. Today is the personal experience speech. It was tough for me to decide what to talk about because I've been through a lot for 22. I've done a lot of things in my life, good, bad, and ugly. No matter what they are, I've done a lot. So I decided to talk about my first bad accident, car accident. So it all started on January 16th of 2015 last year in the winter. I was at work in Montgomery. I used to work at the sewer department over there, and on break at like 9 o'clock, I said, "All right, I'm gonna run to the bank and deposit a check. It's in Middletown." So on 211, on my way over, about halfway down, decided to have an ice storm out. And about 2 minutes into our ice storm, I threw my truck in four-wheel drive and just went along slow, doing like 30 or whatever, and I look up and I was like shocked. There's headlights in my lane, and it's a one-lane road. Now I don't know what the speed limit is. It's like 45 or 50, and this car was moving. It was doing probably 50 or close to it, and it wasn't stopping. And I was frozen. But I mean, after I realized that this is it, I got to make a reaction. I decided to step on my brakes. And everyone knows, whoever drives a vehicle, that stepping on your brakes on ice is like sun tanning in your basement. It just doesn't work. So we both slid and made contact at about 35 and 50 miles an hour each, and I was shocked. I stopped right there, and I look over, and he's leaned up in his car, leaned up against a now freshly snapped telephone pole. First thing I did was I got out of the truck, didn't even think if I was hurt or anything. I ran over to him, and I got the biggest scare of my life. This guy was like, he looked keeled over. He was just laying there, head on the steering wheel, hands down, eyes closed. I thought he was dead. I thought I killed the guy. That was probably the worst feeling I've ever felt. I couldn't even like breathe. I ran up to his window and slammed on it one time, and he looked up and with anger he was like, "I'm fine." I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, that was your fault, but all right." So I called the cops, which I probably should have done as soon as it happened, so they would get there quicker. But I called the cops. I believe it was town of Wallkill PD ended up coming out to me. First thing they did was ask if I needed an ambulance. I said no, I was fine. He turned out to be fine too. We both exchanged our information, insurance information, and got our police reports. And the cops called two different tow truck companies. This was my first time ever being in a tow truck. Gentleman out of, I believe it was Fair Oaks or somewhere over there off 17M, I think it is. He fixed it up, Glossner's Tow. He fixed up a report for me to send to the other man's insurance company, and turns out his insurance paid for my whole truck, which I had a loan on. So it turned out pretty good for me. Thank God we were both all right. But it was definitely an eye opener. You realize how quick things can change and how fast your life can go from great to bad or bad to worse. It's shocking. You never know, especially driving a vehicle, which I used to drive a lot. I used to drive from Liberty to Newburgh to Warwick. I was on the road all day. And it scared me. It definitely made me hold my cool from now on. I got some pictures of the accident. I'll show the camera in a few minutes, but it was definitely something that changed my life. I think I wouldn't say I became a better driver from it, but I definitely realized how, like I said, quick things can happen. So it definitely opened my eyes, and I like to share that story with people I just meet who are beginning driving, because you think that it can't happen to you, and it's not true. It can happen to anyone. But that's my personal experience speech. I think it was a good one to choose because I definitely got something out of it, and I feel like everyone can take a little something from it. But other than that, I think that it's something I can talk well about, and it's just me who is involved in it. So it may not be every fact that you guys wanted to hear about the accident, but it's what I can recall from it and what I learned from it. So that's what I have for my speech, and I'll show you some pictures. It was a 2012 Nissan Frontier, and it was totaled. That's my truck. I don't know if you can see well. Smashed into a bunch of little pieces. But they paid it all for me and ended up making out pretty good. So that's my speech, and hope to see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.